Hi, I want to do a short little segment on the square meter form. I mean, the idea is that you should be able to do the form in a really restricted space. So I'll do a little bit here. All this part's pretty easy because you're not hardly going anyplace. So all straightforward. I haven't gone anyplace yet. Nice thing about this is with the camera, you can see whether or not I'm covering any ground. So right about here, I want to adjust because I'm starting to move that way. So I might step a little bit wider for my shoulder strike. So I come into brush knee. You see I adjusted my back foot to keep myself in place. I'm going to come into brush knee again. Now I'm going to go into the punch. Normally when I go into the punch, I'd shift, I'd step. I covered quite a bit of ground there. So in order to keep myself in my square meter, when I come forward, I'm going to move this foot back. And then I step. And notice where I took that as a nice little step. So that I'm still just right in here as I'm going through this. So the first third, which I picked, doesn't have a lot of motion, but you see that I ended up in basically exactly the same place I started, rather than being moved over that way. Now, this happens later on in the form too. So for example, when we've just finished doing the kicks, and I'm about to march with the 70-30s, this will take me out of the camera frame, or almost out of the camera frame as I'm walking there. But I can, every time I'm about to do that, I can reposition my feet. So I kick, brush knee. I sit back. This front foot is empty, so I can bring it back. I step, brush knee. I sit back. This front foot is empty, so I can bring it back. Low punch. I sit back. This front foot is empty, so I can bring it back. Ward off right. So now I just did that whole sequence, staying in my little square meter. So Baton used to call this the jailhouse form because you could do your Tai Chi even in a jail cell. I haven't spent a lot of time in jail cells, but I have spent a lot of time traveling on the road and in small European hotel rooms, and there often was not very much space to do my Tai Chi in. And so I would do the square meter form in there. I could call it the Euro hotel form too, but I call it the square meter form. And so go ahead and do this. A number of students have written to us during this quarantine time saying their practice spaces are small, and so they're not able to do all of the practice. And so this, doing the square meter form, is a way that you can do the whole practice. And I can do this with the sword too. When I'm doing the sword and I come through here and I do swallow, scoops water, notice that I'm just changing my feet and keeping everything in place. So I'm not going anyplace. And now I do block and sweep away, left and right. Same thing, changing my feet. So I'm not going anyplace. I come into minor literary star, changing my feet so that I'm not going anyplace. So all the way through there, you can keep repositioning yourself. Now you'll notice if you've done any sword work with us, we do a lot of drills with 70-30s staying in place. So we're showing you how to do this. And it's an important skill to have because it means that you have to be separated. If I sit back and my front foot isn't separated, I'm not going to be able to just easily step it back. So I do a 70-30, I sit back, my front foot has weight in it. In order to step it back, it has a break in the form. So doing the square meter form will actually help you find your separation so that everything is real clear. I sit back, oh, it's easy to move my foot. I change, I come into the 70-30. I sit back, oh, it's easy to move my foot. And then I can go into the next one. So this square meter form idea, I think, is actually really valuable. Go ahead and do it even when you have enough space. I'm in a room right now that's got lots of room, so I could walk a lot, but you can go ahead and make those changes. And you'll watch, if you watch some of our videos, you'll see Beth and myself dealing with the space that we've got so that we stay in the frame of the camera so that you can continue to see us rather than walking out of it. So work on the square meter form, and it's really as simple. Anytime your foot's 100%, you can put it wherever you want, and so you can adjust so that you've got room. When we're able to practice in groups again, this is a way to keep from running into your classmates. So you're taking bigger steps than somebody, and you're going to just back up on them. I'm doing these brush knees, and the person in front of me is hardly going anyplace. So rather than smashing into them, what I'm going to do is just adjust myself so that I continue to do my good Tai Chi, but I do it in my space. In this day of COVID, it's probably 2 square meters so that you're 6 feet apart from each other. But give yourself this exploration of allowing the changes to happen in a confined space, the square meter form.